I'm 21 months postpartum and absolutely desperate for another baby, but I won't do it yet. My pregnancy was so awful that I barely got by just being able to look after myself. If my pregnancy was about as bad the second time round, I'm not sure how I would parent well whilst feeling like that. And while she's a toddler and absolutely hectic, I just don't think I could do it yet. Okay, number 2, and this one's rogue, and some people think I'm absolutely crazy. I couldn't leave her to go to the hospital yet. She will be 2 in January, and so far I've only left her for 2 date nights. My labour with Lily went on for 3 days. And I know this sounds really crazy to some people, but if I can't even leave her for an evening, how am I possibly going to leave her for 3 days to give birth? Okay, number 3. When the baby's actually here, I would worry how I would, and I know this is something that like all mums think about. When the baby's here, how do you split your time between a really active toddler and a really needy newborn without 1, feeling extremely overworked, and 2, not feeling guilty? And I know that's just mum guilt and we get that for everything, but these are just things that I think of. Also, selfishly, I just want to enjoy this time with Lily. Like, I want to be able to give her my all. And I know that there's other sides of the coin, and for her to have more siblings would be incredible in a completely different way. But yeah, selfishly, I'm just so in love with this phase of my life right now. I love being with her every day and being able to give her my all, and I'm not ready to give that up yet. But realistically, my boyfriend literally works 7 a.m. in the morning until 9:30 at night. I mean, he comes home between that to see the kids before they go to bed if he can, but then he'll just sit on his laptop the whole night. We're just too busy for another baby at the minute, and I know there's no right time, but also there are better times. And if it happened, it's not like it couldn't happen. I would be like the happiest person in the world. Like, I definitely would. I get butterflies. Sometimes I think, I secretly wish it would just happen, because I do really want another. And when it does happen, you just find a way to make it work and you get excited about it. But realistically now, it's not the best time. Some of these reasons probably seem absolutely crazy to some people. And to be honest, I'm probably overthinking it way too much. And depending on the time of the month or what mood I'm in, part of me just thinks, just do it. Because when that baby comes, all you see is that love and that excitement, and all of those things that you think are an issue now, you just work out anyway. And then another side of me is like, no, wait, be realistic, because you love motherhood and don't tempt that fate. What do you think is the best time to have another? I mean, it's almost a stupid question because everybody's lives are different and what they want from life. But I'm really interested to hear other people's points of views. How did you do it? How do you plan on doing it? Let me know.
Do you ever just feel down but feel like you have no good explanation why? I've been feeling really low recently and exhausted and unmotivated and angry and sad. To be honest, I felt like I've got PMS on steroids, minus the PMS. I thought it was just going to blow over, but after it's sticking around for a little while, I started to research, and it turns out apparently when you start weaning your baby off breast milk, your hormones take a nosedive. Now, I was aware of the fact that when you stopped they went a bit blur, but I haven't stopped. I've gone down to maybe 1 or 2 feeds a day, and I didn't know it would start to affect me at this point. So it really took me by surprise. And to be honest, having said this, it's still a guessing game, but I guess it makes sense that this is what's going on. I would love to know if anyone else has experienced this. And if you did, how long did it last? Because I was intending on sticking on these feeds for quite a while. I have no intention of stopping completely quite yet, but now this is making me think, like, should I just stop, because I feel awful. Anyway, I literally sound like a misery guts. So it's Monday morning and I've thought, you know what, I'm not having a down week, not letting my mood control me. I have a tiny human now. I haven't got time to be sad or a reason. So first thing I always do in general, but especially if I'm feeling like a lack of motivation, is put my clothes on the second I get out of bed before I go downstairs. It just helps me feel more prepared for the day. But also, if I come down in my pajamas, it can feel a little bit harder to go back up the stairs to get ready again. And if you know me, you'll know that a morning walk is pretty much a non-negotiable on your average day. But if you're feeling sad, there is nothing that fresh sea morning air cannot heal, or at least I know for a fact it's not going to make it worse. So in true us fashion, we were out before the sun was even up. I always make Lils this little breakfast snack box and she absolutely loves it. She has a little breakfast picnic, we get some fresh air, I get a little walk in, and in our words, we watch the birdies wake up. I feel like routine is so helpful when you're in this kind of mood. So I am a complex creature because too much routine makes me feel pressure. I like routine, but I like freedom. Does that make any sense? Anyway, please let me know your experiences. Is there anything I should do or expect? Being a mum is wild.